when I was growing up, there was all this rap music, and um, it should have been by itself, and pop music interacts with it way too much, and it should have been by itself. And the collaborations with the pop music industry, it's insane to me because rock music got to be the biggest thing every time. And there are also these pop stars that are sort of against rock music from white people. Like Taylor Swift, but she's more tasteful for everybody. Lorde and Miley Cyrus are the two that are not tasteful for white people. However, because of how vulgar and belligerent black people are by having the music videos with all of the skin showing in the video from the woman, I think because of all of the almost nude bodies on camera for kids, that's why kids didn't get to find as much rock music. And it's a damn shame because rock music's always the number one. As long as I get to keep on making records in my life, I have no doubt. Because look at all of this rock music around me that's not elevated. How are people going to find it? The indie rock music industry, it doesn't get to be on MTV for some reason. And I don't know why that happened. Courtney Barnett doesn't have an MTV award. So MTV isn't even itself. It's just like Justin Bieber and Lorde. And it's not itself. Because I'm not excited about it, and neither is Courtney Barnett. And MTV didn't grab from the indie music industry to celebrate it, so they can't be anything. And Lorde wasn't a rock star, but South Park and MTV created a rock star in Lorde, and she walks around in it. And I hate them, and I hate her for it. Because this distasteful pop music, it's set there by huge companies because rap music is so vulgar and distasteful. Now, meanwhile, I emerged with all of this rock music. A new classic. And I don't have an MTV like Kurt Cobain had. Because Lorde's the MTV rock star around me. Because of South Park and MTV. And damn it, I heard this record right when it came out. Because didn't everybody find that on top of their Spotify? It's like right on top of Spotify, right when it comes out. Damn, I need to learn how to do that. Right when it comes out, it was at the top of Spotify. You know, you just find it right away. Top click. And she's this huge sex craze. Totally humiliating to me. Because people see through my mind. And they see me take a dump in my bathroom and get yelled at by my mom. And how am I ever going to be in anything as a real rock star? Okay, at least it's rock music, right? I could get yelled at all I want. You know, and have no money. And yell that hard at my mom, like you just see in my real life. Or my dad. All I experience is all of this harassment from Lorde. And she's the largest sex craze I've ever seen in my life. Though I didn't think about her when my first extended play came out, I am being witched in my head all day by her. And I'm going through a hell because she won't stop witching my head in. You know, chattering my head in about, you know, her breasts or her face. Well, I'm totally being molested by Danielle Haim. And about a year and a half simultaneously, I've been going through that hell. Something new since the first stuff from Phoebe Bridgers and Danielle Haim. I guess Phoebe had like the biggest tour ever to my generation. And I'm glad I get to see this David Gilmour CD in Blu-ray from his tour because I get to live in something else. Where, you know, this Pink Floyd guitarist and vocalist really gets to have the tour. For me. And because she's such a large sex craze to every generation, I'm wondering if my rock music can ever actually be seen. At first, 0 times. But since she's been harassing me all day, every day, I just can't get her out of my head. She can't stop harassing me. And, you know, she's been placing all of these love enchantments on my penis. And now I, like, feel all these emotions because, like, she's doing things to my penis. And she's got, you know, all of this fake porn online she doesn't take down. And she's already this huge sex craze. This MTV rock diva with a South Park episode. And now, for some reason, because my penis is active, you know, in this hellhole, you know, when I masturbate as a slave, it does actually help my mental health because I get to come And when I come, it gives me serotonin in my brain where the chip is placed, on my head. And since I'm a slave, when I come, I feel more serotonin in my head and, emotions, like normal emotions for a woman. However, she's already got this porn out. Fake porn, I believe it. But it's not down. And I'm wondering what I'll get to be in my life because of Lorde existing as herself. And when I jack off and I come as a slave with the chip on my head, I get to feel like maybe things were supposed to be more innocent for me. I mean, not innocent, more helpful, like women liking me. But since I'm going through this human torture from witchcraft and no contact from Bill or Johnny Depp, it's just the coming out of my penis that gives me serotonin, as well as, all the divine interventions from heaven that made me feel really good. I've got a lot of good feeling about that. But day to day, it's the coming out of my penis that makes me feel serotonin in my brain. Because my mom and dad are real nasty people, They really treat me bad. Putting a chip on my head and, make me work a full-time job at any point in my life. I feel like really dehumanized as a human being. But at least I get to have come out of my penis to feel some serotonin in my brain. I just can't believe, she's got to be this Luciferian with this porn out there and MTV trophy as a rock star to my generation. I guess she's the rock star because of MTV. But, not to me. And the South Park stuff, because that's real rock star stuff, So I don't give a hell for any of those people. But when I jack off and when I come, just in the moment, it makes me feel better. And, I do get, twisted up inside when I do actually have sex. Because, that's how it works. Unless, you're some sort of monster or something like that. Or unless you're some sort of total emotionless person at the time. I don't know. But when I jack off and I come, it gets to give me some serotonin right now. And it doesn't really matter what sort of picture I have in my phone because, everybody's seeing through my head. So, and they already lived in this life in high school and college without me. And I guess not as much with me because I don't have anything in my life, and I'm just a slave. I looked up the definition of slave, and when I come from my penis and when I jack off, I feel a little bit more liberated. So liberation's what I really look for. And, she did the most love enchantments now because otherwise I'm in total fight or flight mode in my mind because of all the witchcraft through the human torture device on my head. And I hope that I can be free someday and that somebody can hear this. Because otherwise, Lorde's just posting a bunch of pictures and she's doing these love enchantments on my penis. And a little bit, I guess I get a little twisted up inside. Maybe like Phoebe as well. Because, I'm actually a total slave. And I don't have anything in my life. And I'm wondering one day if people can stop giving me grief for having a partner in my life. So I don't know about anybody, and I don't know about anything, but I'm gonna try to keep on doing this thing that I started, which is making rock music. And I love movies and stuff, but I'm not sure what I got to be to anybody or anything, but I feel really dehumanized and degraded. And how long does this stuff go in my life? It's like 5 years? I can't believe this is like 5 years, this stuff. Holy crap, man. Four or 5 years? What is it? 4.5? These people are totally evil, man. These are really evil people interacting with me, man. And I need a lot of help. I don't know from what spaces I can get help, like the White House or the FBI or the CIA, but they don't take my messages because I only have a Twitter and I'm just some United States citizen, and I need a lot of help, man. This is all really evil stuff. I need a lot of help.